Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Leon Thomas, and right now you're tuned in to New Music Friday.
All right, everybody, welcome back to New Music Friday. I'm Rashad Malik, and today we are joined by a very, very special guest, man. This is one of the more talented people in Hollywood, period. We got Mr. Leon Thomas. Leon, how you doing today, sir? Hey!
What's up? What's up? Appreciate you, man. This is going to be fun today.
Oh, no, 100%, 100%. Like you said, when you came, like I said, when you came on, I was hyped. I was like, oh, man, I can't believe this is happening, everything like that. I guess we could just get right into it, man. With Breaking Point, the remix with Victoria Monet now coming out, now that this is New Music Friday. I guess, just how did that entire kind of connection go on? Y'all two are like, we could get into it after that. We can get into it. We'll just say, how did that come together? And we'll go from there.
Been a really, really, really long journey with me and Victoria. We started really rocking with each other, I want to say a good 8 years ago. And, we worked on the same album together for Ariana Grande. And we just kind of been like around the same circles musically. I'm a really, really, really big fan of her artistry. Recently just went to go see her live at the show she did with Spotify. And she's just truly amazing.
All right, Leon, like I said, now that we got that kind of the technicalities out the way, let's get into it for real. So I feel like with you and Victoria, both of y'all, obviously came from like the Ariana Grande workhouse and everything of that super mega star machine. And then it's like there are two, I just feel like very underappreciated like Black artists, like in your artistry career that can sing, like can sign, with the A and everything like that. I just kind of want to ask you, do you feel that chip on your shoulder when you go in the studio for your own sessions and everything like that? And, have you and Victoria talked about that, of feeling like, not getting that credit on the artist side of things?
Not at all. Here's my perspective when it comes to artistry. I think it's genuinely about consistency. It's about community. And I know for me, I've been doing music my entire life. But I've been introduced to the public in an array of different ways. So I think for me, like producing and songwriting was a way for me to really get my ideas out there. I've been through plenty of label deals that weren't absolutely like advantageous towards me being able to drop consistently like I'd like to. So I know it's not the fans' fault. I know that a lot of it was kind of more so circumstance. So the way that I look at it is when I go into the studio as an artist, I'm just genuinely like pouring out my soul into whatever I'm doing. And I know at the right time, those records will be heard by the world. And what's really crazy is that, over time, I've watched these songs develop and, genuinely turn into something that's now ready to be heard by the public. And I don't know, I'm a big believer in what's meant to be will be. So that's just my mindset. The good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, like it all of it is kind of, serves its purpose.
Right, no, 100%. And I feel like someone else who was also in that, and I think so like kind of different label and stuff, but Coco Jones. And I feel like she finally broke through with ICU and everything like that. So I guess like, I don't know if you're allowed, but if you want to touch on that, just seeing Coco breaking through and kind of like representing for the singers, with the A, just like how did that feel to kind of see that break through to the mainstream?
I mean, she's really, really a good friend of mine. We've known each other since we were teenagers, to be real. So, it's just good to see her get her flowers. And I'm like really excited now, to be on my journey as well. Like I'm going to be dropping really consistently throughout the rest of the year, which is really dope. And it's just a great feeling to see all of my friends win at the same time in very real ways. And we're climbing, we're building. And I feel like, there's always been a underlying conversation in R&B of like, well, is the art form dead, or what's going down? But I've been behind the scenes seeing these great singers and I know for a fact that we're coming, and that's a really good thing.
You're locked in this year, man, with Crash and Burn and Breaking Point. Like, just kind of like what's been your mentality, I guess, of like 2023, like, kind of what have you been going into, but kind of proving that point of like, I'm him.
I mean, I don't really kind of operate from that place of I'm him, you know. I think it's more so just me really trying to just share my art. Like, to be real with you, like I'm really just trying to get it out to as many people as possible. And I'm just really grateful to be working with Capital, to be working with Ty Dolla $ign over at Easy Money. It just really feels like now is the season for me to genuinely be heard. And I'm just super grateful for that. 2023 was the year of no breaks, so I've been, hustling, even working on my next project to make sure that we're in every possible position to be as consistent as possible and to continue to like release at a very steady pace. So that's really been my only mission, is just how can I stay consistent through this journey?
Who was the I don't know who was behind, I guess, picking the love interest in Breaking Point in the original with Kalani Rogers? Who was behind that decision?
It's funny. It was actually me. We ended up DMing. She really loved the song, and it was an interesting moment because I was seeing all the content she was doing that was like super funny, but I was like, I wonder what she would look like in a serious situation, and she killed it. I thought she did a really good job, and she has a very expressive face, so we were able to really come through with something that was real. It was like a real moment for me.
She's having like a good year too in 2023. When you think about her and the guys like Mark Phillips and stuff, like just those people, those content creators online, who are some of the Black content creators that you want to kind of show love to right now?
The Black content creators I really want to show love to: Kai Sanat. I think he's really talented. I love his energy. Like, it's just a good vibe consistently, he understands his role in the culture, which is just good vibes only. A lot of the RDC guys, I went out to Austin, Texas. I went and hung out with them, and they're really, 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 just like dope people. And I'm excited to do some more content with them as well. And yeah, I'm just shouting out to the Black content creators for now. Yeah.
Man, a couple things here in this umbrella. LeBron James. So, LeBron using the song in his Nike commercial and stuff like that. I guess, just how it's at. We'll go from there. And then obviously we'll go to like kind of the current news with that situation after that.
Okay, cool. Amazing. I actually a long, long, long time ago did an event with LeBron at the White House, and I got to meet Bronny and him, and to even see like their interaction at that point. I mean, Bronny was probably like what 8, maybe 7 years old. And he was just running around, really cool kid. And LeBron really had like a really fun parenting style with him. It was like lots of jokes but like still very stern. And it was so cool to have that full circle moment with Breaking Point and having that be the score to that Beats commercial. And I don't know, man. LeBron's a really good dude, just a really, really, really good person, and genuinely. And it's kind of hard to be that way when you're a legend like him.
Oh no, 100%. And then, like I said, two parts to it. With the current news of what's going on with Bronny and stuff like that, and him recovering and everything like that. I guess just what was kind of your reaction to that, and what's the message you want to send out to LeBron and the family?
Man, I'm definitely sending mad love, and healing energy. It was a really sad moment when I saw that on my phone, but it's just good to know that he's recovering right now. So I'm only going to speak positively about it because I know for a fact that he's going to be back on his feet and doing his thing in no time. And I like to speak in the affirmative, like just, I'm sending healing energy, but I'm just thankful for his healthy recovery already.
100%. Do you listen? I know I listen every morning. I listen to Louise Hay. I've been on her a lot with positive affirmations and stuff. Is there anyone in particular that you listen to that like gives out the importance of positive affirmations and great thinking and stuff like that?
A lot of that stuff was introduced to me by my mother. She's like really, really, really deep into just keeping a positive mind. So I kind of grew up with it, to be honest. But there's plenty of amazing, amazing people out there, pushing positivity. And I really see myself, being able to do that through my music and just even through my likeness. I'm genuinely looking forward to kind of being that voice as my career progresses. For now, I'm just trying to get this music out there, but that's definitely like an underlying mission for me because I really think the power of the mind is very beautiful and real. So it's a big part of my life, and I want to share that with other people.
I mean, you said it right there. With Crash and Burn, you talk about, LA gets too crowded sometimes and stuff like that. You're thinking about something like Mississippi would be smooth. Would you genuinely move to Mississippi?
Man, when the pandemic happened, I was really looking for some space, and it's funny, we were looking down south. Me and my ex-girlfriend at the time, we were looking down south and at a bunch of different properties and the kind of things that we could get going. Mississippi wasn't genuinely on the list. It was just like a good rhyme syllable wise, but we were definitely looking at Texas and Atlanta for sure. And I don't know, space is a big thing. Yeah, LA's been pretty crowded lately, but I don't know, man. It's been home for me for like 12 years. So I've got a lot of friends here. I have families that's moved out here as well. So I'm definitely going to be here for a while. It's all good.
Nah, I heard it. I heard it. I want to ask you, you created like my favorite Ariana Grande song with Honeymoon Avenue. I guess just, kind of like what was your like where was your head at when you created that song and stuff like that? What were you kind of thinking? What was the vision, all the way from that to the creation of it?
Well, that record was interesting because it was already a done song. So she wrote the song, and it was produced by Tommy Brown originally. And Wendy over at Universal, who's a really like prominent executive, heard the stuff that we were doing, the other songs we were doing with Ariana Grande, and essentially just asked me and my production partner, Chris Riddick Times, to kind of redo the production a little bit and add some new elements. And it was just a blessing to be a part of the song. Like we've got a 12-piece orchestra on there, and added some new things. I was singing some backgrounds and doing like some cool parts on keys. And I don't know, it was probably my first time feeling like a real like full-fledged producer, and it was just a good exercise that kind of helped me build into my future as a producer and songwriter later on.
And you said that's the first time you felt like a full-fledged producer. I'm gonna ask you, how was it for the both of you, you and Ariana, of those early days, the 2012, the 2011s, 2013 days of trying to establish yourselves as legitimate artists and serious people in the music industry and not just some child stars? Like, how was that kind of era?
Listen, I mean, it's challenging. It has its challenges, but I think we were just naturally in a really cool creative community out here in Los Angeles, especially musically. I just feel like we just found our way into some amazing pockets of creatives, and I was just really lucky to kind of just find my way into Babyface's studio. He was like a really great opportunity for me to kind of just journey out and start working with some really established artists. And from there, like the domino effect just kind of happened, a couple years in working with him, I ended up, being a part of a Grammy Award winning R&B album with Love, Marriage and Divorce. So, I think both of us, me and Ariana, really like found our way by just connecting with some legendary creatives, and the community was the thing that became our platform.
This week we got the remix coming out with Victoria Monet for Breaking Point, and then it's followed up in a couple of weeks by the new album. I guess just what is the theme of the album? Where's your headspace been? I know we already talked about the couple singles with Crash and Burn and Born and Breaking Point, but just for the entire project, where was your headspace at, and what's the theme of this album?
Well, Electric Dusk, the title of the album came from this drive-in movie theater that's been around since the 1960s. It's actually still open out here in LA. And, I really wanted to talk about my love of film, but kind of treat my life like different scenes in a movie, and I was really inspired by like watching films while I was like making this album, which was really cool. And I would always have a film on silent while I would like be cooking up stuff with the subtitles on, and just kind of like absorb like the different colors and the situations that were happening throughout the film, to kind of like even like bring out some different emotions for me as an artist. And I really wanted to accentuate that throughout this album, and that's definitely like the nucleus of what's going on there. But this is my first this is like my debut album, man. So, I feel like your debut album is the album you make your entire life. So since the time I picked up my guitar for the first time and wrote my first song till now, I've been collecting for this moment. And I'm just really excited that people are going to be able to really understand me better as a person. Because there's elements of them understanding me as a personality. But I'm really excited for them to get to know me and the things that cross my brain.
No, 100%. You say you looked up, you were watching films, and a lot of film and the colors and stuff influenced this album. What's one particular film that you kind of remember in the creation process that kind of really, well, there was a standout moment in your creation process?
Love Jones was like really, really an amazing film. That definitely touched home. Do the Right Thing was one that I would watch. Just like the energy of the scenes. My love for the 90s, like it all kind of just played into even a lot of my perspective musically on this one. Quentin Tarantino's a really amazing director that inspires me a lot. So Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, stuff like that. Just like a lot of the more dangerous records, I was kind of inspired by just like even his decisions, as a cinematographer, like just the way everything was being framed. I wanted to kind of do that musically in a way.
Right, for sure, for sure. Now we're running out of time, so the last few questions here. I want to ask you what's like the coolest thing or the best piece of advice you've ever received from Babyface?
I think under my time with Babyface, I used to come in and be like, man, I want to be the best in the game. I want to be the best. And he was just telling me like, you should really just focus on having a good time. Don't put that pressure on yourself, just really genuinely focus on being yourself and being authentic and real and telling your honest stories, and everything is just going to flow from there. And at the time, like, it didn't make as much sense to me, but over the years, like that was some of the best advice I could have ever gotten, and I got it from a real life legend. So shout out to Babyface for being my Mr. Miyagi.
Well, what was the best piece of advice you've ever gotten from Ty Dolla $ign?
The best advice I got from Ty Dolla $ign was when it comes to marketing, you should have a look that could be drawn by a cartoonist, that everybody would know, yeah, that's Leon Thomas. So you got to have like that specific thing. And there's little things you can do through every outfit that kind of like are your anchor from a marketing standpoint. And that was really good advice. I think for me, like my silhouette has definitely like evolved over the past 2 to 3 years, and I'm really excited for people to continue to get to know me in the fashion space and in the marketing space as well.
That's hard. That's some great advice right there. Who are you listening to right now, other than yourself?
I'm listening to some pretty cool artists. There's this guy, McGee. He's a guitarist for this artist, Dijon, and he's got like some really, really, really cool sounds. I'm a guitarist as well, so I really respect like the tones of his guitar. I've also been listening to it's random, but like Black Sabbath. I watched this documentary about Ozzy Osbourne, and for whatever reason, like I just get him a lot better now. And I've been like listening to all of their old stuff. It's so random, but that's definitely been a thing. And then Cleo Soul from London. I think she's really, really, really talented, and she's got some good records. So I've been bumping her stuff a lot.
All right, cool. Now, Leon, here's your time to plug the official date for the album. I believe it's August 18th. That's the date I was given. But what's the official date for the album? Where can people stream Breaking Point remix with Victoria Monet, Crash and Burn, and where can people follow you on social media?
All right, so here's the deal, y'all. I got my new album, Electric Dusk, dropping August 18th. And tomorrow we have Victoria Monet on Breaking Point. I'm super excited about that. You can listen to that on Spotify, Apple Music, every streaming platform. So really run it up. And I'm just really thankful for y'all rocking with me, man. I mean, this has been a long journey, and just know I ain't going nowhere. Let's keep it going.
Man, Leon Thomas. Y'all give it. Wait, hold on. Honeymoon. What you to come on? Hey, man. Hey, we got a young legend in the building. We want to give you your flowers, Leon, before we sign off, man. New Music Friday, Rashad Milligan, Leon Thomas, man. If I would have told 15-year-old me you interview, I would have been, you a lie. You a lie. I'm so excited I got to do this, Leon. Thank you so much for your time. New Music Friday, Rashad Milligan rolling out. Until next time, you all, please take care of yourselves.